All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all doing well, and welcome to this very stinky showdown. It's going to be a very Nurgle-esque Skaven army using sensor bears. Let's actually go ahead and pause this. So mass sensor bears here for Skaven against Nurgle, who's going to be going very wide with a lore passive spam. Very meta against Skaven, right, to overwhelm them just with width. But this Skaven player, Space Pope, not backing down at all, looking to meet Nurgle in fisticuffs and see how it goes. So Skaven army is going to be Plague Monk sensor bears, which again, are very good at killing infantry and demons. And aside from that, Sensor Bears, Morse Guitar's Hellion, a Plague Priest Mortis Engine with summons, and Throt the Unclean to hunt down characters. Honestly, pretty good. I feel like he anticipated what Nurgle was going to bring pretty well because, again, a lot of Nurgle players just love to go wide and do lore passive spam and pressure. It's very cost effective, right? And for Nurgle, yeah, it's width with a couple great weapons to counter Storm Vermin in case they get brought. And then we do have Festus, the Leech Lord, with the spam. Yeah, so Stream and Miasma to trigger the Children of Nurgle, which with a wide army like this is very cost effective. So yeah, let's get it going, man. Pit of the Everchosen, players start face to face. It's a great map. It's really, really fun. So immediately you can see the Marauders getting bullied really badly by the Sensor Bearers, and they're going to be piling in, fighting the Frolickers Bubonic, and Festus is like from the friggin' Simpsons, the I'm in danger kid. Yeah, I'm in danger. So immediately we see Morse Guitar's Hellion coming in, as well as Throt the Unclean, dude. Oh my god, and they're going to be going after him, and he is in danger. He's going to need some mass. I don't know what Outer Region has. Maybe some Marauder Horsemen to try and save him or something, because that is not good at all for him. Alright, Miasma Pestilence activated, and we do see Plague from the Skaven Plague Priest on the Mortis Engine, while the Sensor Bears continue annihilating through the Nurgle front lines. Although those Nurgleites, they hold well, despite something being a little bit stronger against them. Outer Region was going to have a massive advantage on objectives. And it does look like instead of trying to fight the Skaven army head on, what he's doing is he's just going to play the points and try and win that way, which again is what his build's already contoured to do. So sometimes when your characters aren't connecting as well and they're pushing around an enemy character, you want to give them like a new attack order or move them away and then attack again, and that usually fixes it. But in this case, we do see Festus being pushed around. Plague Monk Sensor Bears bonking through Nurglings. And over here, the Plague Mortis Engine supporting the two Sensor Bears, which are eviscerating these Chaos Furies. And we see Nurgle getting a taste of their own medicine with the Billowing Death, which is like a Walmart Mortis Engine effect. Good stream of corruption from your boy Festus. And Festus is being escorted around by Throt the Unclean. Might as well take him to the edge of the battlefield. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, I think Outer Region's like Benny Hilling and spam clicking. Absolutely hilarious. All right, here, Miasma Pestilence once again on, and Wolf Rats are going to be reinforcing the middle. And it does look like the Skaven are going to be putting an effort on just crushing the middle. And then from there, maybe moving to the other objectives. Over here, reinforcing units, Pestigores, and then we do have 2 units of doggies right there. Nurgle's losing a hell of a lot in the middle, though, and the Doom players are really good against Nurgle as well. Nurgle's anti-large isn't super cost-effective. You do see Festus getting hit twice there, so he is losing a lot of HP. He's shaken, and if you could just break him, then you could just easily put a Wolf Rat to chase him off the edge of the battlefield, and you're going to be good. So Sensor Bear is doing well, but Nurgle still has the objective. Skaven able to break this position open with the Plague Priest as well as the Plague Monk Sensor Bears. And now they're going to be heading most likely over towards Objective 3. I thought there was a burning head for a second, but it was actually just like the fire of this pillar. Yeah, Festus is getting close to being broken, and it looks like he is now officially broken. So Throt is most likely going to be able to finish him off and or chase him off the battlefield here. The objective's starting to go into Skaven clutches. And what Outer Region's going to be doing is he's going to be parking capture weight on here, just, not engaging with these guys, but just trying to keep his opponent from getting the objective for as long as possible, which is a great idea. But, the Skaven at the end of the day should be able to push him off. Sensor Bears still somewhat healthy. We have 2 of them over here in fighting shape. And the Nurgle army is looking really, really haggard on the battlefield, guys. Morse Guitar's Hellion with the flying WWE karate chop right there, able to push back Festus the Leech Lord. Meanwhile, though, Skaven still haven't gotten this point, man. We do see the Pestigores being sent onto the objective to try and maintain there, and they do get the capture weight back. Morse Guitar's Hellion chasing down Festus and might be able to get him off the battlefield eventually. It's going to take a while, though. All right, Hound units fighting, Wolf Rats and Doom players have arrived, and that is going to be crushing these Nurgle forces, but not before the Nurgle forces buy some time. Outer Region is approaching 500 points. Sensor Bears are chasing here. A bit of a mistake here from Space Pope. Definitely want to keep those back on the point if you can. And yeah, Battletoads are okay against these infantry, but Sensor Bears also do magic damage and have Discourage, so they're really good at getting demonic units to crumble very quickly, which is quite strong. Festus being escorted off the battlefield. He'll be gone eventually. He's still got a fair amount of HP, and even when he's running, if he has his healing elixirs on, he's passively healing himself, which makes him kind of hard to finish off at times. He is an elusive beast. Doom players and Sensor Bears fighting it out. Wolf Rats versus Chaos Warhounds. This objective's still not flipped yet, which has got to be rough. Rat Ogres being called in. Out of region, just throwing everything he can right here. Meanwhile, though, we do see the Skaven with an opportunity maybe to steal objective 1. They could send the sensor bearers over to that objective, which they should do. And this is such a big mistake by Space Pope right here, man. A full health sensor bearer unit. Yeah, now he realizes it. He could have had this objective like a minute ago if he had just ran them back. But, you know, he's doing very well aside from that. That was just one of his few mistakes that he's had here. Throughout the Unclean, grinding through infantry units, and Festus getting hunted, but his melee defense and healing, helping him hold firm here. Plague Monk Sensor Bearer is going to be trying to grab that point. I would imagine out of region, probably going to send something from Vanguard, like a Pestigore, to try and contest that. Nurgling works too, although I think those Sensor Bearers will beat that Nurgling unit, actually. Doom players don't want to be fighting Battletoads, but they're both anti-infantry units, and neither of them are particularly good against one another. And this objective still being held by the Plague Father, man. Doing very, very good. Out of region, very good decision-making as it pertains to objective play. But Space Pope's unorthodox build has certainly caught him off guard to an extent, and there could be a bit of a big momentum shift when Festus gets pushed off. His 50 melee defense, though, really holding up well, although 69 melee attack should be considered. Yeah, there's another hit right there, but that passive healing, man, so friggin' troll. Wolf Rats attacking the Nurglings. Most likely going to be supporting those Sensor Bearers if they can. Or excuse me, those, yeah, they are Sensor Bearers. And the other Sensor Bearer is going to be heading back to the middle while the Mortis Engine Plague Priest continues to drain down these demonic units. And it does look like the Skaven are going to be getting the objective capture, while throughout the Unclean, not sure where he's going. It looks like maybe he's heading over here, but being tar-pitted a little bit by these Battletoads. Yeah, he's like running with them. He's running with the pack, as they say. All right, Colin here, Wolf Rats, and the returning Sensor Bearers going to be very, very helpful here. On the backside, the Wolf Rats of Poison going to be trying to reinforce here, but we do see these Sensor Bearers doing quite good. 160 kills right now, 800 value, give or take. Those guys going to get discouraged and or shattered, and then honestly, they might be able to beat these guys, although these Nurglings do have damage reflection, so maybe, maybe not. And now he's going to be attacking into these Marauders right here, just trying to get rid of as many chaff units as he can. And finally, he stops the bleeding in the middle. A lot of the Nurgle stuff is going to start to fold very quickly when Festus gets taken off the battlefield, and he's getting there. Where's the edge? Oh, still a ways, man. That sucks so bad, having to send your 1,600 gold unit to keep Festus away, but it's still worth it, but you need to do it. It's just, yeah, it sucks that he's having to do that. For the Skaven, that is. For Outer Region, it's great. All right, Clan Vulcan Tail Slasher is going to be heading here, and now the Skaven need to head over and get the other points. They have some time. Going to need to leave a little something to reinforce here. I like the Storm Vermin Halberd pick, just parking him on that objective to hold, while we do see the Contamination quite good against these Demon units, right? Because, you know, Disintegration is a lot of damage on Demons. It's way worse than Crumbling. And the Plague Toads here getting folded up pretty bad as the Death Star of the Skaven moves forward. Now, the question is, where is Outer Region going to be making his stand? Where is he going to be plopping down his infantry and trying to hold? Value definitely favors Skaven. Despite any healing that Nurgle's had this game, it's probably still, let's say, about like 10,000 against like maybe 8. Like a 2,000 value lead if you factor in Festus' own healing plus the lore passive spam. But he's about to die. He's at 1,100 here being punched in the face. Fury's coming in. Clan Vulcan Tail Slasher is about to be obliterated by 2 Pestigore units, but the Skaven going to be getting the home objective here. They have the reinforcement here, so the Storm Vermin going to be parked on that point. Probably what you do is you leave the Plague Monk Sensor Bearers and the Storm Vermin, then you take the mobile units to start contesting down here. The Clan Vulcan Chad's fighting it out. Pestigore is getting rear charged by Wolf Rats. They'll take a little bit of damage there. Skaven should be able to get this one on pop, lock, and drop, as we do see the Plague coming in from the Plague Priest. I love seeing the Plague Priest. You know, seeing Cleansing Rune over and over is so boring, but seeing some of this cool, you know, summons and these unique spells you don't see terribly often, really good. Outer Region goblining the objectives very well, holding those Chaos Warhounds right there. Meanwhile, Clan Vulcan, boys, holding pretty damn well, dude. Good decision-making from Pope Patty. His, like, allocation of resources to objectives has been very good. And yeah, you got to leave those Storm Vermin, because Outer Region's playing a Goblin game. You know, he's going to be weaseling around points, trying to win in, on numbers here. And he's getting close to it. I mean, he is doing pretty good. The Rat Ogres fighting hard against the Pestigores, Flares and Rats coming in, and we do see some of the Chaos Warhounds creep in. Nurgle slowly being ground down back here, although these Rat Ogres are in flux, and the Mortis Engine from the Plague Priest should be able to get it done eventually. We'll see. With throughout the Unclean there, also causing terror, not bad at all. Nurgle, of course, has good leadership, but not like Slaanesh where they're immune to psychology and whatnot. On the backside, this could be a game changer in the 4th quarter. Now, Festus is gone, finally. Mortis Guitar Italian's going to be coming in, and look at the leadership on all these Nurgle units. Like, everything is starting to fold because of that. Like, if they had not gotten Festus, a lot of these units would still be fighting. All right, so Plague Monk, Plague Priest, draining down these Nurglings. Doom players providing some nice anti-infantry bonuses, and the Pestigores are not long for this earth. Skaven going to be getting the home objective here, and looking here, we do see the Halberds holding it down. The problem is, though, for Skaven is they're going to have to hold them for a long time. I would still say Skaven are in a winning position right now, assuming they play their cards right, but you never know, man. You never know. Morse Guitar's Hellion coming back is going to be quite massive. Those guys do get broken, and he's going to be pulling back to that objective. Nurgle, in the process of losing this one, and the Skaven with their Skaven slaves and wolf rats, looks like they're going to be claiming that one from the Plague Father. I like the clever tactics from Space Pope, using the Clan Eshin banner and then just going like full Clan Pestilence. Yeah, it's great. Well, not full Clan Pestilence, but pretty close. Throd is actually quite good in this matchup. As somebody who plays Nurgle a lot, Nurgle loves using their characters to carry games, and Throd is a really good character bully. He's very good at hunting characters like Festus and can fight exalted heroes and Chaos Lords and things like that. Outer region creeping over with more Battletoads. In the meantime, Pope Patty with his Plague Priest hanging here looking pretty good, and that is a triple cap right there. I think Nurgle's just too far behind. Like, they don't have a lot left. You got like some Toads and some Hound units, but he wisely left the Stormvermin in there. Victory for the Skaven. That was such a cool game. Pit of the Everchosen, mass freaking rush coming in with the big boys here, the Censor Bears. And Throt did good. Morse Guitars feasted pretty well. And yeah, the rest of the army's fairly normal stuff. But really, really fun game. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that one. Yeah, wild stuff. And that's a very meta Nurgle army, right? Against Skaven. Just width, mass healing, just grind them out. But the Censor Bears were able to stand toe-to-toe with them, break a lot of them, and it got the job done, man. It wasn't bad at all. All right, folks, take care of yourselves. Well played to Pope and Outer Region, and we'll see you all on the other side.